Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Minister LaBridget, and I want to welcome you back to Royal Generation Incorporated, an organization committed to the development and empowerment of single men and women to be all that God created you to be, which is royalty. I am recording outdoors today, and as you can tell from my hair blowing in the wind, it's a bit rainy and windy. I am recording from the University of Florida campus, so go Gators for all of my Gator fans. And if you are not a Gator fan, it's okay. You can still stay tuned into my video series and live an empowered single life. We're going to talk about what singlehood is versus what singlehood is not. If you're like me, you've heard so many different perspectives and thoughts about what singlehood is and what we should be doing in our single time. So I want to correct some wrong trains of thoughts and give you some right perspective of what we as single believers and single people in general should be doing with our time. But before I share any information, I want to preface this that anything that I share in my video series, any principles, any tips, any tools that I feel that you should use, remember it is not a law, it is not a mandate that you should have, that you absolutely have to do these things. However, they are things that I have personally used in my life, and my life has been made better because of it. So I do highly suggest anything that I share in my video series for you to do it. Obviously, take what you can take, go home, apply it, share it with others as well, and let's be the best singles that we can be so the world can see what singlehood really should be like. So, what is single? I mean, what does that mean when people say, well, what is being single? Well, if you look up the word single in a dictionary, it simply just means one. Yeah, it's very simple. It means one person, one entity. Can I have one slice of pizza? Can I have one rose? You know, I have to treat myself sometimes. So, can I have one rose? I mean, so it just means one. So, it's not anything hard or anything that we have to really think about. It just means one. Now, if you're like me, I didn't like that word one. I didn't like that word being single. I felt that, okay, I have to be with somebody or I should be married. And if I'm not married, then something is wrong with me. That is what society has fed us. That's what we have even told ourselves. Even some of our family members probably have echoed those same thoughts. However, it's not correct. If you are single, there is a purpose for your single state until the time appointed for marriage. And I want to make sure that you get everything out of this season so you can qualify for a wonderful and victorious marriage season. So, what should we be doing in our single state? So, if I am single, which if you're watching this video, hopefully you are single, or you will share this with people that you know who are single, what should we be doing in our single state? Well, that's quite simple. If you read 1 Corinthians chapter 7, you can read that entire passage. It tells you what we should do as singles. We should be caring for the things of God. That's right. We should be caring for things of God. So, what does that mean? We should maximize this time being single and do all we can do to advance the lives of others, to advance the kingdom of God, and to advance our lives personally so we can always represent as the best singles. So, how do we care for the things of the Lord? How do we maximize our single time? And I'll give you a few practical things that you can do to maximize your time as a single. First thing is you have to get into a relationship with God. Yeah, I know that sounds very simple and it may even sound cliche, but it's not. It's very real. You have to get in a relationship with God. You have to know Him beyond just somebody who you feel is in the sky, far off in a distant land. No, He's really real, and He wants to be your friend. He wants to be your comforter. He wants to guide you. He wants to lead you. He wants you to talk to Him, and He wants to talk back to you. So surrender your life over to God. I mean, I had to do it, and if I could do it, I know that you can do it as well. And it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect because your relationship with God is a process. But you have to start somewhere. And I started, and now my relationship with God has gotten so great. It is so good. I enjoy talking to Him, and I enjoy hearing Him talk back to me. So that's step number one. You have to surrender your life. After you surrender your life over to God, you want to get vision for your life. You want to find out, why am I here? What is my identity? And no, your identity is not what your mama told you. It's not even what society has told you. You want to get your identity from God. He know why you're here. He know what He placed you on this earth to do. So go to Him, ask Him, and your vision and your purpose will line up with some of your talents. It may even line up with some things that you already like doing. And in some cases, it may not. It may be something that you never even thought that you would be doing. But as you trust God and go through the process, you'll find fulfillment in finding your purpose in Him. So your purpose could be teaching, it could be being a doctor, it could be a lawyer, it could be someone who just gives their life and just volunteer. You could be an author, you could be a singer, you may be a missionary, you may be the next pastor, you may be the next TV host. I don't know. Whatever you're passionate about, ask God and begin to write your vision out. Make it plain. Get steps, practical steps that you can do to see that vision come to pass. Another thing that you could do is find a local church that you can get plugged into and begin to serve there. I serve at a wonderful church called, and I don't like to even call it a church because I don't feel like it's really a church. It's a move of God. But I am a part of a move of God called Spirit of Faith in Gainesville, Florida. And when I came into this ministry, I got plugged in. I began to serve God. I began to serve others. And I found my life being so fulfilled as I was able to see other people's lives change because of my obedience to God. So you have something on the inside of you that somebody else needs. So begin to touch lives, begin to impact people. Be a light wherever you go, single believers, single men and women. Have a smile on your face. This is not a time to be doom and gloom, but this is a time for you to get the most out of your life. So if you want to start that business, go ahead and start it. If you want to travel, go ahead and travel. If you want to write a book, go ahead and write that book. Start today. Why delay? Maximize your time as a single because what you do in this season will qualify you for that next season that you desire, for most of you desire, which is marriage, which is a wonderful thing. So I hope that you can take some of these steps and these practical tools that I've shared with you and to begin to implement them in your life. And for my singles that say, hey, I really want to be married, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that statement. But what I want you to focus on right now is how I can care for the things of God. How can I impact somebody? How can I encourage someone? Become a mentor. Be an example for other single men and women to follow at work, at school, in your family, wherever you are. And I want to leave this last thing with you. Always focus on becoming the right person instead of finding the right person. And what I mean by that is continue to work on you, continue to advance your life, work on your finances, get education, do all the things that you desire to do right now in this season before your mate comes. So when they come, you will be able to add so much value to their lives because you were able to advance your life in this state. So remember, become the right person instead of focusing on finding the right person. And eventually that person will come. And when they come, they'll be so glad that they found you. And I always want to invite you out to an awesome move of God that's taking place in the city of Gainesville, Florida. And it's a part of a ministry called Spirit of Faith. And we meet every Sunday at the University of Florida Phillips Center. And we are a move of God. It's like something that you've never seen before. It's impactful. It's life changing. It is a citywide worship experience. And it's open to anyone in the city or surrounding areas or wherever you are. Come check us out at Spirit of Faith. And we meet every Sunday at 11 a.m. at the Phillips Center. All are welcome, all backgrounds, culture, race, creed, whatever. We want all to come and experience this citywide worship experience. So I hope that my video has been a blessing to you. I hope that you can take something and implement it to your life and live an empowered life. And remember, here at Royal Generation, we are a royal generation pushing a royal movement. So be salt and light this week. Don't follow trends, but set your own trends. And I look forward to part 2 of this video where we're going to talk about what singlehood is not. And I'm gonna tackle some of the common statements that we hear people make about singles, and then I'm going to show you how you can overcome those same statements. Okay? Well, I made it through the rain. I didn't get too wet out here at the University of Florida. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye.